Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing very well. Welcome to this edition of discussion on the Indian Express dated 6th August 2022, and I am back again with some of the major articles from the newspaper. So let's begin up with our today's discussion. From page number 1 and 17 from GS3 Economy, there are two articles that are related to the RBI rate hike. So eye on inflation, RBI goes for third rate hike this year. It says that the domestic fundamentals are strong and inflation will dip to 5% in the quarter 1 of the financial year 2024. There is another article that says higher capacity utilization signals investment revival. And from these articles, you have to know about the highlights of RBI's fourth monetary policy review of the fiscal year 2022-23 and also what are the objectives. Alright, moving on further on page number 6 from GS2 Polity and Governance. Article says no immunity from arrest in criminal cases for MPs during the session, says our Rajya Sabha chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu. Now, our MPs did not have immunity from being arrested in criminal cases when the House is in session or otherwise, stated by Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu. Therefore, the MPs could not avoid summons from law enforcement agencies. Now, the Article 105 of the Constitution says that there are certain privileges given to the MPs so that they can perform their parliamentary duties without hindrance. And one of the privileges is that a member of the parliament cannot be arrested in civil case 40 days before the commencement of the session or committee meeting and 40 days thereafter. So from this article, you have to know what are certain privileges that are enjoyed by the MPs and also the conditional provisions related to it. Moving on page number 8 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as Below Par Spending Initially Due to Lack of Awareness, says the ministry. Now this article is related to the underutilization of funds under the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme. And the reason cited is the lack of awareness and information regarding the scheme. From this article, you have to know about the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme and what are its objectives, what are its achievements so far, the issues related and what is the possible scenario ahead. Alright, moving further on page number 8 itself from GS3 Economy Sector, the article is headlined as 70 lakh ration beneficiaries suspect, states told to verify, says the government. From this article, you have to know about the National Food Security Act 2013, the challenges to the food security in India, also what are Indian initiatives for food safety and security, further on what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving on from GS2 Polity and Governance, now it has been 3 years since the abrogation of Article 370. So there are many articles in the newspaper relating to this issue. On page number 9, the very first article says that 3 years on, J&K parties slam center, say restore Article 370. Now calling August 5 a black day, the activist of the People's Democratic Party, that is led by its president Mehbooba Mufti, as you can see in the picture, staged a protest at the city center in Srinagar to mark this incident. Another article is from page number 12 that says the rise of Kashmir. 3 years after break from the past, it is moving forward, becoming destination for tourist and business. So this article speaks in favor of abrogation of 370. Another article from page number 13 that is headlined as Ladakh after Article 370. It says 3 years after conferment of Union Territory status, people's demands haven't been met. So there are two different viewpoints from these two articles. And from these three articles, you have to know about the Article 370 of the Constitution, also the rationale behind its abrogation, its implications on the people, moreover, how far have the stated goals been met, certain key analysis and what is the possible scenario ahead in the current situation. Alright, moving further on page number 12 from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as Critical Challenge. India's exclusion from the US-led Critical Minerals Alliance points to the lack of expertise and should spur correctiveness. Now, as we know, there is a new ambitious economic alliance that is led by the United States that is intended to reduce the dependence of the member nations on China for supplies of important minerals like cobalt, nickel, and lithium, and also the 17 rare earth minerals. Now, India is not a part to this. Therefore, the article is headlined as Critical Challenge. Now, from this article, you have to know about this new alliance, that is the Mineral Security Partnership, MSP, and why is India keen to join a global alliance to ensure their supply. Alright, moving further on page number 15 from GS3 Environment Sector, there are two articles. The first one is headlined as How India Plans to Set Up Energy Saving Game. and another article that says India's higher climate targets. And from these articles, you have to know what is the carbon market and why does India want to create one. Also, what are the highlights of the bill to amend the Energy Conservation Act 2001 and what are its objectives? Further on, also know about India's climate targets, objectives, and how is the progress going on in this sector. Moving on page number 15 from GS to International Relations, the article is headlined as The Complex India-Pakistan Relationship and the Ground Realities to Live With. From this article, you have to know about the dimensions in the India-Pakistan relationship and also what are the real ground realities. Alright, with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.